You should by now have built up an emergency reserve of tinned food or other foods that don't go off quickly and that can be eaten cold. You may not be able to replace your stocks of food for a long time, so make them last. There might be dust on the packaging. Take care this does not get into the food. Wipe the tins, packets and bottles. You will do best to buy lots of different kinds of foods if you can. Stock up with meats, vegetables, fruit, tinned or powdered milk, and special foods for babies or invalids. You will also need some sweet things, like sugar or jam, and biscuits. By the way, don't forget your tin opener and bottle opener. You may not be able to replace your stocks for a long time, so ration food carefully. Most of the time, you'll be resting, and you won't need to consume much food. Eat the smallest amount you can get by with. Plan meals carefully so that there is no waste. You must not go outside until it is absolutely safe. You will never be able to judge for yourself how bad it is. Advice will be given to you on the radio, so keep listening. This advice over the radio and other instructions and news will be very important to you while you're cut off from the people living around you. So make sure your radio is in good working order. Radios must be battery operated because your electricity may be cut off. So be sure to get some spare batteries. And if you have a spare radio, keep it in your fallout room. Earlier we told you what to do to prepare emergency lavatory arrangements in or near your fallout room. It will not be easy for you to keep clean in shelter conditions, mainly because it is unlikely that there will be any water to spare for washing or for flushing the lavatory. But cleanliness is essential to prevent sickness. And here are a few simple rules to help you. All toilet containers should be covered when they're not in use. Pour in some disinfectant. It will cut down the smells and keep off flies. When you have used the bucket lavatory, wipe your hands with toilet paper soaked in a little mild disinfectant. Throw the paper into the container and put the lid on. Don't let the bucket get too full. If you have lined it with a plastic bag, tie the neck tight before lifting it out. Put a fresh plastic bag into the bucket with a few drops of disinfectant. Cover the bucket with a lid. When it is safe to do so, take the dustbin and its contents outside the house. Remove the waste and bring the empty bin back. Food scraps, empty tins and other rubbish should be wrapped up tightly in newspapers and put in a separate dustbin. Keep the lid on. If you have got only one dustbin, use that for toilet waste only. Put all other rubbish separate in plastic bags or paper until you can take it outside the house. Keep an eye on small children and see that they do the same as you to keep clean. If anyone dies while you are kept in your fallout room, move the body to another room in the house. Label the body with name and address and cover it as tightly as possible in polythene, paper, sheets or blankets. Tie a second card to the covering. The radio will advise you what to do about taking the body away for burial. If, however, you have had a body in the house for more than 5 days, and if it is safe to go outside, then you should bury the body for the time being in a trench or cover it with earth and mark the spot of the burial. If you live in a house, the safest place is the ground floor or basement. Choose a room with the smallest amount of outside wall. The farther you are from outside walls and the roof, the better the protection. Look for a space in your home which is farthest from the roof and the outside walls.